and assuming that they are hearing, but waiting to jump in and offer their opinion. The results of these factors are devastating. You can see and hear a lot of people talking, but people engaging in them are conversationally deaf. We are already seeing the dire consequence of this problem. 21st century is the land of the deaf. Hi there, it's Murali here. Today I would like to share with you one superpower that you can possess that will change everything. It will 10x your business and your relationship will flourish, thrive, and be fulfilling. Not just that, you will be able to use the power of influence and persuasion on others and make them do whatever you want them to do. Everyone thinks they are good at this superpower, but actually they are very poor at using this. What is this superpower? It is empathic listening. Empathic listening is the superpower by which you can enter the reality of another person and perceive it and experience it from their perspective. With empathy, you will understand what it is to be them in their reality, and you will communicate that understanding of what they are saying and feeling. Not only that, you will resonate with their feeling and experience the same feeling and reflect it back to them. When you can listen empathically, you can build massive influence with anyone of your choice. As a business owner, with empathic listening, you will be able to increase sales, build trust, and promote creativity and innovation. You will retain high-performing employees and enhance employee engagement. The benefits of empathic listening are numerous. However, this skill is extremely rare, and there are reasons for that. The number one prerequisite for empathy is listening. Everyone takes the skill for granted, especially business owners, entrepreneurs, leaders, and sales professionals. People think they are listening, but actually they are not. Despite all the advances in technology, people using them are tone deaf. Why is this happening? People are too caught up with their distractions coming from their cell phones, which are trivial in most cases, to pay attention to another person. People are rapidly losing their ability to listen deeply and build trust. The virtual world you are constantly in is blocking out the real world. There is a sinister amount of money being spent, billions and billions of dollars, to trap you in this virtual world. For many companies, your attention is equal to dollars. They will do anything to grab your attention and keep it trapped. Why? Because you're living in an attention economy. For many companies, you are the product. Additionally, there are other reasons. You have little or no training in listening, leave alone empathic listening. This is a grossly neglected skill. Very few people are taught how to listen empathically. The entire effort of teaching communication revolves around expressing effectively. Hence, there are a lot of programs on communication skills, presentation skills, public speaking, and presenting with impact, and so on. Even traditional selling and negotiation skills are all about how to get your point across and win. Very few programs actually emphasize listening. The sales and negotiation programs, the traditional ones, are all about projecting yourself and your ideas, facts, data, and logic. You're encouraged to cultivate the gift of the gab and use clever words that will make you sound sophisticated and the go-to person. Another reason is the rubber-stamped image of a highly successful person. The stereotyped image of a highly successful person is a man or a woman standing in front of thousands of people, mic'd up and talking. People think they are actually listening, but they are not. People are doing the following under the illusion that they are listening. Limited hearing with lot of thoughts around how to respond. Minuscule hearing while looking down at their cell phone, and assuming that they are hearing but waiting to jump in and offer their opinion. The results of these factors are devastating. You can see and hear a lot of people talking, but people engaging in them are conversationally deaf. We are already seeing the dire consequence of this problem. 21st century is the land of the deaf. There is a saying by Erasmus of Rotterdam, the Dutch philosopher and theologian, which goes like this: in the land of the blind, a one-eyed man is the king. The 21st century world is the land of the deaf. People have lost their capability to pay attention to anything, even when they are talking. So, in the land of the deaf, the one-eared listener is ruler. Well, I repeat that again. In this 21st century land of the deaf, the one-eared listener is the ruler. Poor listening skills are creating an epidemic level of low trust or even mistrust. The absence of trust is preventing people from sharing their innermost secrets and vulnerabilities, and hence they miss out on being respected and validated. Listening is so rare that people hesitate to ask others to lend their ears. They think it's onerous for them to listen. They are living lonely lives amidst people, even close people. Loneliness has reached levels of epidemic proportions. It is rampant in Gen Z, the true digital natives. Most of them are feeling lonely and suicidal. Why is empathic listening so important? It is because we humans are social in nature. That is the way we are wired. Empathy is hardwired into us, and our neurology has what is called the empathy neurons. Empathy neurons are also called mirror neurons. Research in neuroscience shows that we project ourselves into the world through mirror neurons to feel recognized, cared for, loved, and approved. Each time we mirror the world, we want that reflection back to us from others. We want reciprocation. We hunger for it. That is why many people tear up even at the slightest show of caring and affection. There is a deficit of this reciprocation in large amounts because of people not listening. That is why an empathic listening skill will be your superpower. If you sincerely feel in this reciprocation deficit, you will rule the hearts and minds of people. You will become highly influential. People are starving to be listened to. And if you can feed them with your sincere, empathic listening, then you will have the world in the palm of your hand. When you will fill the gap of reciprocation deficit in another person, you become highly influential with him. They will stop resisting and start paying attention to you. So, this is my message to you. This could be one of the most important messages you have ever heard. No matter who you are, a parent, a CEO, an entrepreneur, a business owner, or a sales professional, or anyone, empathic listening can save your world. Your empathic listening can save a child, a company, a product, a service, a marriage, a deal, or make people happy and validated. Empathy is a skill that will help you reach unreachable people. This is a valuable skill you can learn in this attention economy. Here is a secret I want to share with you. If you want to influence people, the first thing you should not do is to persuade them of your point of view. Most people do this. They talk, push for their points to be heard, argue, and try to bulldoze their way into other people accepting their viewpoint. All these attempts will only generate resistance and pushback. You have to listen and make them feel that you have understood them as nobody else has done. Your primary task in persuasion is to dissolve resistance and make the person willing to listen to what you are saying with an open mind. This will only happen after you have kept an open mind, sincerely listened, and conveyed that you have lent your ear and understood. You have to go first. You have to role model it. When you convey your understanding of what the other person is telling you and check whether your understanding is correct, then you will get a response. That's right. Or that's correct. That response, that is your entry point for persuasion. That is your foot in the door. Continue doing this, and soon you will be invited. So how do you listen empathically? You have to master your emotions, especially in stressful and precarious conditions. Consciously pay attention to understanding what the other person is saying. Be aware that listening alone is not enough, and you should reflect back your understanding to that other person. You have to listen and respond at the moment, not later. You must validate your understanding of what the other person is saying. You must demonstrate that you have corrected your understanding if you have got it wrong. Show that you see what they are saying. Demonstrate your understanding by reflecting back what they are saying, and reciprocate the same feeling they have shared with you. If excited, show excitement. If sad, reflect back with your own sadness, and do this sincerely. This is the best way to build connection and rapport with a shared experience. Do this with utter sincerity and interest, because feigned interest is equal to a negative response. No judgment, no trying to fix things for them, no offering advice. If you want to help them, ask for permission. However, there's an exception. With kids, again, ask for permission but help them anyway if they say no. And also in commercial situations, you definitely can help them. However, it will be a good idea to ask their permission before doing so. Empathic listening in a nutshell is shown in this figure. Do this for positive and negative emotions, especially for positive ones. Search for opportunities to validate positive emotions and experience. This is very important for everyone, especially for kids and teenagers. Get into their experience. Live their experience through their understanding and feeling. Do this along with them, making a shared experience. This is the best way to build trust and bonding. Please note, the empathic listening technique I'm sharing with you is not reflective listening as taught in the old school communication programs. Reflective listening taught in the old school communication programs are mechanical and harmful. You really need to demonstrate that you have understood the content of what they are saying, resonate with their feelings and reflect back to them, and also mirror their energy. That's when empathic listening actually happens. If we can get man on the moon, we can get man to walk in each other's shoes. Mary Gordon. Empathic listening is needed in this world as never before. Empathy is the greatest gift you can give another human being. It should start with all of us. Here's a challenge for you. Make a conscious choice to give the gift of empathic listening to others. Let it start with you. You be the role model of empathic listening in the world. Learn to do it correctly and give this gift freely. You'll never know when your empathic listening will transform people around you. The world needs your empathic listening. The world needs you.